Right, good afternoon. What we're doing now is going to be looking at the FJ80SE. It's Westcott's latest model in the FJ80 series. And you can see on the right here, this is how it comes in the box. Inside, you've got, just a very quick one, nice pouch, protective pouch for the actual flash gun. There's the flash gun itself with a screen on the back. It's battery operated, comes with its own battery. So you don't have to use AA's and lots of AA's. This one comes with its own power pack, which is charged up by a USB plug and a battery charging port. Simple operation, battery goes in, slots in, clicks into place. On the back then you've got a push on-off button. So now it comes on. Gives the FJ80 display. On the bottom then initially comes up what firmware version it is. At the moment this is still set at 1.0, and on the Westcott website it's still at 1.0, so there's no firmware updates for this particular flash gun yet. You've got a test button for test firing it, a round hole control that you can use to increase or decrease the power. You've got many buttons then for the different options to change your sync, whether it's front curtain, rear curtain or high speed sync. You've got 4 groups, 32 channels, so you can group these in with several other flashes as well. It can work on its own, as a host, as a client, so it's quite a versatile flash. This particular model, take it off there, comes with the Sony hot shoe already on it. There is another version which is the universal one, which has an option then on the display, so you can choose whichever camera system you're using, whether it's Canon, Nikon, Fuji, Panasonic or Olympus. All you do is you set the camera on there, it sets on the hot shoe, all the hot shoe contacts for that particular camera. I'll put the connector back on there to make it nice and safe. Right, so very simply, plug it in, switch it on. The head will tilt and swivel, so it swivels a full 180 either way, and then also will swivel down. So right, I've got this set now down to the lowest level. Just do a quick test flash. I'll put my hand up just to check it. There we go. Now at full power you can get roughly just over 500 full power flashes from this one on one charge. Now this can also be used in conjunction with Westcott's universal trigger, the FJ-X3m. Right, that's the latest version of that. Quite a simple little unit. It's got the 4 groups you can use by push button down on one side, on off button, press and hold. On that comes, so again down the bottom gives you the latest version of firmware. As with the flash, on the Westcott's firmware page it has the firmware options for all the Westcott products. You just choose the one you want. Instructions on how to download and update the firmware are included on there. Alright, these two should sync automatically. On here, I don't know if you can see very well on there, you've got your groups, your mode, whether it be manual, TTL, and your power level. On the trigger you can set up your groups using the 4 push buttons on the right hand side, A, B, C and D, and at the top then you can set which channel you're actually going to use, 1 to 15. And to set the channel on here, on the button here, channel lock, push and hold, and it will light up then the channel on the top, and using the up and down buttons you can increase or decrease which channel you're going to use. At the moment on here I'm on channel 7 and group A. On the flash itself, again, you can set the channel and the group on there using the different menus. If you look on the menu button here, gives you menus across there. Into menu 1, third option along is the channel, so you can push that, and then using the button, the wheel, you can change the actual channel number. Channel 7, press the middle button to set it. Right, the group, second button in on there, push that one, and then up in the corner up here, this is GR, you can choose A, B, C, D, E, F. Right, lots, there we go, all the way through, back to group A, press to confirm that. So that we know we've got channel 7, group A, and it's in manual mode. So now we'll bring this one back online. I'm not going to point you at the camera, but what I should have now is when I fire the test button on here, it's firing the flash. It's as simple as that to actually sync these two together. So if when you're pressing your test button on the trigger, if the flash isn't firing, check and you make sure you've got the right group, the right channel, and the right mode set on here. You've also got different sync modes on here. You've got front curtain, rear curtain, and high speed sync. Also what we've got on the front is, find the right button on the back, the modelling lamp. And you've got 3 different settings on that. So 1, 2, and 3 different brightness. And then back off again. You've got a zoom function, so when it's set on a camera, if you're using the zoom, you can set third button, so you're in menu option 2, third button across is zoom, and then up the top, zoom, you can change in steps from 24 up to 200 millimeters. You can see there that I'm actually changing the power on the flash, just using the wheel on there. I can also change it, turn that way, from the actual trigger as well. So I can click into there, and then I can change the power up and down. Corresponding on there, I've got 2.1 on the trigger, 2.1 on the flash, so as I go up and down, so if you're using this as a remote off-camera flash, the trigger will be sat on your camera. You can change the power output without having to go over it and change it on the flash. So I'm going back down now in power, back down to 1, so I don't want to blind myself. And then firing with the test again now. So that will simulate, that's just simulating the camera triggering the flash. With the FJ80 series, so we've got the FJ80SE, we've also got a creative pack with it as well, which gives you a bundle of gels, some grids, barn doors. These are all held using a magnetic holder, which comes with the kit initially. It's quite a simple design, right? With magnets there, clips onto the front, the gels slot in, push down, and lock into place. So with that then, that's going to give you a slightly yellowish one on there. You've got reds, blues, greens, different colours on there, plus grids, barn doors, and some diffusers and bouncers on there as well. And all that comes in a nice handy pack. So you've got different colour gels, snoot, grids, all in one easy pack. I find the system very easy to use because it's so compact. It takes seconds to set up. It's powerful enough to use in lots of indoor locations as well as outdoor locations. It's great as a secondary flash, it can be used as a group. Again, you can set up the whole thing using the trigger. Different groups, you can set different flashes on different groups or on different channels. So this has been a quick video on the FJ80SE, the FJ-X3m trigger and the Creative Pack. Here available at our shop now. If you've got any questions, give us a call at the shop and we'll be around to answer all your questions for you. Thanks very much for watching.